A chaotic mind does not merely exist, it actively dismantles the structure of a life. It is the unseen force that erodes peace, clarity, and purpose. This internal disorder manifests outwardly, creating confusion and difficulty in the world around us. The state of our inner world is not separate from the state of our outer existence. They are inextricably linked, reflecting one another in profound ways. What turmoil resides within will inevitably cast its shadow upon the life we build. This is the fundamental truth we must confront. The disarray we observe in our circumstances often originates from the disarray we tolerate within our own minds. The external chaos is but a symptom of an internal condition. The world we perceive is, in large part, a mirror reflecting the landscape of our inner self. If the mind is turbulent, the world appears threatening and unpredictable. If the mind is serene, the world reveals its inherent calm. We often seek to control the external, believing that rearranging circumstances will bring peace. Yet the true storm rages unseen, within the confines of our own consciousness. It is here that the battle for order must first be fought. A mind that is focused, disciplined, and clear naturally finds peace amidst the world's inevitable fluctuations. It is not the absence of challenges, but the presence of inner stillness that defines tranquility. This stillness is cultivated, not found by chance. Consider the space you inhabit. A cluttered room filled with neglected objects and disorganization often serves as a physical manifestation of a cluttered mind. The external state reflects the internal state, a tangible echo of inner disarray. Unmanaged thoughts are like a stormy river, rushing uncontrollably, eroding the banks of our attention and purpose. They pull us in countless directions, preventing us from finding stable ground or clear direction. This torrent of thinking is the source of much suffering. A mind lost in chaos is like a ship without a rudder, a compass that spins wildly. It lacks direction, purpose, and the ability to navigate the currents of life effectively. We drift aimlessly, tossed about by every passing impulse or external event. This directionless state turns the potential symphony of life into mere noise. A cacophony of distractions, worries, and trivialities drowns out the quiet voice of wisdom and purpose. We become lost in the clamor, unable to discern what truly matters. Without a sense of meaning or a guiding principle, this internal noise consumes us entirely. It fills the void where purpose should reside, leaving us feeling empty despite the constant mental activity. The absence of meaning amplifies the chaos. The mind is not merely a passive observer of life. It is the unseen architect, constantly shaping our reality through its state and focus. It is the foundation upon which our experiences are built, the lens through which we perceive everything. Its condition is paramount. Recognizing the mind's role, the most crucial step towards building a life of order is to begin organizing the inner world itself. This is not an optional task, but the foundational work upon which all other progress rests. External order follows internal order. The very first step towards organizing the mind is cultivating silence. Not merely the absence of external sound, but the quieting of the internal chatter. This requires conscious effort, a deliberate turning away from the constant stream of thoughts. Just as a cluttered mind reflects in a cluttered space, decluttering your physical environment can profoundly aid in achieving mental clarity. Removing the non-essential from your surroundings helps train the mind to identify and discard the non-essential within. Life truly begins to transform when you courageously remove the non-essential, both from your physical space and your mental landscape. This act of letting go creates room for what is truly important to flourish. It is a process of refinement. Each neglected thought, each unresolved worry, Each unexamined assumption represents a decision made, albeit unconsciously. It is a choice to allow that thought to occupy space and consume energy without deliberate direction. These neglected thoughts are not harmless. They are decisions handed over to chaos. By failing to address them, we surrender control to the random currents of the mind, allowing disorder to dictate our internal state and subsequent actions. But we possess the power of choice. We can choose what thoughts we cultivate, what ideas we entertain, and what intentions we nurture. This conscious selection is the key to reclaiming the inner territory from chaos. The path forward towards a life characterized by order, purpose, and peace begins not with grand external plans, but within the quiet confines of the mind. It is here that the journey of transformation truly starts. Understand this fundamental truth. Your mind is the first and most important space you must clean and maintain. It is the primary dwelling place of your consciousness, the source from which all your experiences flow. Its condition dictates your life's quality. What you allow inside your mind, the thoughts you entertain, the beliefs you hold, the emotions you harbor, these are the seeds you plant. They take root and grow, shaping your internal landscape and influencing your actions. And what grows inside your mind will inevitably manifest outside, in your life, your relationships, your work, your health, your sense of well-being, all are reflections of the inner garden you tend or neglect. The cycle of growth, or the perpetuation of chaos, begins now, in this moment, with your awareness and your intention. The choice to cultivate order or allow disorder rests within your hands. The present is the point of power. Perhaps these words resonate with something deep within you, a recognition of the truth about the mind's power and the cost of its chaos. If so, acknowledge that resonance. It is the first step towards change. If you feel this call to bring order to your inner world, consider making a public declaration of your intention. Write it down, perhaps in the comments below. Today, I choose to clear my mind. Let this simple act solidify your commitment. The act of writing down an intention transforms a fleeting thought into a concrete commitment. This intention, once articulated, becomes a guiding force, a blueprint that can begin to redesign your life from the inside out. If you know someone who seems lost in the noise, overwhelmed by the chaos of their own mind or circumstances, consider sharing this message with them. Sometimes, a simple truth offered at the right moment can illuminate the path forward. If you seek clarity amidst confusion, turn inward. The answers you seek are not found in the external clamor, but in the quiet space of a disciplined mind. Cultivate that stillness, and clarity will emerge. If you seek strength to face life's challenges, find it within. True resilience is not the absence of difficulty, but the inner fortitude cultivated through self-awareness and mental discipline. Your inner state is your greatest source of strength. If you seek focus in a world of endless distractions, practice bringing your attention back to the present moment, to the task at hand, to the breath. This practice of inner focus is the antidote to a scattered mind. If these reflections speak to you, if you're walking a path of inner growth, seeking clarity, strength, and quiet power, subscribe to Wisdom for Life. Let this journey continue. And if someone you care about is lost in the noise, share this message with them. Sometimes peace begins with a single reminder.